Mitchell, I am very uncomfortable with this phone call, and I have to get off the phone, and this is not okay. And the fact that you would even call me and say these things is beyond insulting and beyond illegal. Have a nice day, because I'm hanging up the phone right now, and I can't even believe that you have the brazency to call me during this time and do this. This is unbelievable. Unfucking, excuse my language, with all due respect, but I have not even looked at you or anything that you do. Not your social media, nothing whatsoever. Please, I have to get off the phone. This is too much. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. A phone call from my father-in-law with the craziest. You know what? I need to stay calm, understand that another law has been broken, and just go about my business. We're going to get cutlets, is that correct? Mm-hmm. This is what people do that do not believe in the law. They file a restraining order against you, me. I was filed a restraining order. I was told not to contact this person, and then they call me and berate me, and I can't do anything legally about it because that police department right there, show the police department, already tipped this man off during a child endangerment issue. And I would never deal with them except for one thing, which is stalking, which is what her and her father are doing to me. And they've been doing it for decades. And no one is listening to anything I'm saying because I am upset that the law is being broken and the law has been twisted and used to hurt me. And the fact that this would even happen as I sit in front of the police department. Is there anyone behind this? Does anyone have to go? And if anyone wonders why I smoke cigarettes, okay, and I'm not going to go for a cigarette even. You know, you got to be careful. School's out. Can you do me a favor? Can you pull over here?
Yeah.
I'll hold this. Look, I understand that a lot of people don't agree with what I have to say. And I respect that, and I respect their rights, and I do not attack random human beings. Not on social media, not in real life. Never even think about it, with all due respect. The fact that my father-in-law can call me, and I can't call back, I can't text, I can't do anything, and completely destroy my ability to produce an income, all because his daughter has full control over the police department. And you know what? Do you have any? What are your thoughts about this?
Well,
Hold on a second. Do you take a look at my phone log just so you know that what I'm talking about is true? Is this true? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. At what time did he call me?
12:33 p.m.
Okay. Now read me the phone number that you see out loud.
1-516-639-5923.
Okay. That is my stalker's father's cell phone number. Because when a human being is being stalked while having his entire life taken away from him, he deserves to be able to express himself in a creative form, in a non-violent. I am a victim of a crime on a daily basis. I have to calm down. And I am the one that is being accused of.
Because if you were a woman and a man yelled at you and screamed at you and hit you and did the things that she did to you, we would not be having this conversation. He would have been...
And the most insane part about this whole thing is that no one has a problem with my Instagram account.
No one.
But my YouTube channel is the subject of court orders, and my wife has done some of the most horrible things. And between me and you, what she has committed is not adultery. Adultery, yes, but it's treason. It's treason. And the people that took the oath, that joined her, have joined in a treasonous act. I am in the middle of an operation. If you received a text message or communicated with Mallory regarding something called being a federal agent or Bob Menendez or anything of the like, your cell phones and everything you've ever done on those cell phone numbers is the property of the U.S. government because you have just tampered with a federal investigation for treason. Bob Menendez is not being charged formally with treason because of Mallory's distraction to me, who is the point man on the entire operation. You understand what I just said? You understand how much billions of dollars, the selfishness of a small town and a family that doesn't understand the words parental rights and child kidnapping, child endangerment, adultery, incest. No one understands any of these
People
words.
People are mistaking you're angry and you're upset and you're hurt and you're in a lot of pain.
I'm a victim of massive amounts of crime over half a decade.
People are upset with you because you're upset.
Yeah.
As if you're just supposed to be hanging out and not doing anything about it.
I can't even believe this just happened. I can't even believe what date is today.
Today is Thursday, September 4th, 2025.
I gotta go get my cutlets and just calm down. Here, send me off. Jamie, how does this make you feel as a person that was arrested as a direct result of the lies perpetrated by Mallory and Mitchell, who just called me?
Beyond angry. It's unbelievable how far that they have gotten with nothing. With just the
fact that he could just call me and nothing happens. Forget about the other crimes that continue to happen. Like now we have Mallory's father calling to yell and harass me, and I am gonna have to post the video that of the audio where I knew that he was going to do the same thing to me that he's been doing for 25 fucking years. I've been nothing but nice to him and his family. I've never said a single bad thing about him or his family. I have done everything I humanly could. And after all of that, after him and his daughter and an attorney take my children, his own grandchildren, he is able to hurt his own grandchildren while I stand and make YouTube videos saying I'm not going to take away his parental rights or his grandparents' rights. Obviously, after I get full custody, I'm not going to let them be there without me present at this point after that phone call. And after that phone call, honestly, after that phone call, I am beyond disturbed. I am going to announce federal authority over the township of Livingston at this time. And I demand accountability. I demand a white shirt to see me. If that doesn't happen, I will challenge as a man of code and honor to a either option one, which is a civil litigation that will be brought on by me. But I will first need to introduce myself and explain that I am so upset over this because there are 50 members of the Livingston Police Department and only a dozen of them fucked everything up for the entire township, which loves its police department. I love police. How many times do I have to say this? How many times do I have to say that I'm not willing to cross the line with police? Because they have a job to do, and when you cross the line, all you have to do is look at the body cameras. And please remember, if there's not a single video that comes on the internet that proves that I am saying a lie, I'm telling the truth. The things that I'm saying will have anyone that says them thrown in jail if they're a lie. How many minutes are we at?
8 minutes and 22 seconds.
All right. I need to pause. I am so upset, and no one has any idea what it's like to have a stalker be able to legally stalk you. Doesn't anyone understand that because of the judge's orders, I can be harassed all day long by Mallory and her father? Does no one give a fuck? Forget about the fact that I've been made homeless, and then forget about the fact that they're both unfit as parents and humans. Forget about the fact that all I'm trying to do is explain. Okay, you're right. All I'm trying to do is explain is child abuse, which Mallory is the victim of, is hereditary if not stopped at the core. My children will commit the same crimes that my wife and my father-in-law commit on a daily basis, let alone the 250 crimes or so that we haven't even considered going into the queue. We have approximately how many crimes ready to go? 70, 80?
At least.
Okay. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is not a setup. What has happened was that I am a victim of child abuse, and when I started to be physically assaulted, verbally assaulted and everything, I had the mental strength and patience to be able to take it because I knew that if I didn't, 50% of the time my children will be with the person who's willing to physically harm and verbally harm the father of their children for no reason. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? If I did something wrong, I would never post a single video. The whole point of all this is that I did nothing but be Dan Reese's. And people who have known me for a quarter of a century don't have the right to just call me crazy just because they don't like to hear what I have to say. I'm a federal agent with more power than you could humanly imagine. All I wanted was to raise my children in a peaceful town that I grew up in. That's literally all I wanted. But instead, I couldn't even fucking get anyone to listen to what I'm saying. That when my wife reached out to you via text, that was her begging for help. She needed help. I'm not looking to hurt her even to this day. This human being needs help. You morons. You confused someone who is depressed, has issues, and loves their husband with a cheating psychopath that you wanted her to be. You guys created this, not me. I'm the only one that's been here stable and begging her parents to listen. Now I know that, like, the apple doesn't fall far from the trees, and speaking of which, apple trees don't make pears. So I assure you, my children are being abused and will continue to be abused until they have children, and I'm not able to stop any of this. And this is so painful because I was able to stop the cycle with myself, with no help. Look, I'm gonna go. Jamie, have I made my point clear?
Very.
All right. Please, if you're Mitchell and Mallory, please leave me the fuck alone. You have taken my children, my house, and everything after me spending almost $15 to $20 million making your daughter a queen. I have done nothing. I gave her a diamond that's worth the down payment of a house. I have never taken a penny from you, except for the last 2 years, and which was a direct result of your daughter's actions. And your son was even worse. Fuck, man. This is unbelievable. I can't live a life. Look, I want to send off to show that I'm able to have control over myself. The reason why this is so important is that people who suffer from something called multiple personality disorder do not have this ability. Bipolarity, and I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose people. I think if you've ever diagnosed me as crazy, you're in a lot of trouble. If you've ever received a text message from Mallory that has to do with my mental state, my children, or the U.S. government / Bob Menendez in any way, those three things, you're in a lot of fucking trouble. And the faster you join the 20-something, we stopped counting. What do we have, 27, 28 people that have emailed us? Okay?
No, way more than that.
Okay, we physically cannot continue to work. How many hours a day do we legitimately work? 18. Are we doing drugs?
No.
Are we doing anything that is other than working our asses off to try to get my children back?
No.
Because they have been illegally kidnapped.
That's it.
The court and the police have been fully twisted to a point where I was able to prove the power of the democratic political machine, which means that if I met Joe, that means that I met I forgot to tell you, Your Excellency, thank you for watching. For anyone that's watching at home, we have a new subscriber, not subscriber, but a new viewer, obviously on private. His name is Donald J. Trump. His son-in-law is from Livingston, New Jersey. So for all you morons who don't understand, we have 6 billionaires that are exactly like-minded like me, who are just like me, a Holocaust survivor, and just like me have Russian Jewish roots, and just like me grew up and raised their children peacefully in Livingston. You know who did not come from Livingston? My wife. She's from Long Island. A really nice place and a nice house where she can enjoy the rest of her life. But she can't go to a town and just destroy the entire town, as well as a multi-billion-dollar federal operation, because she doesn't want to be divorced from me. And she still wants to torture me. Does anyone Jamie, I'm going to show the audience that even after I've been a victim of stalking and assault verbally, I will still calm down and be able to keep my cool. Have I done that?
You have. You're doing a great job.
After being a victim of having my children stolen from me, kidnapped on multiple occasions, the police department laughing at me, trying to set me up, arresting me 4 times, arresting you 1 time, do you feel that I passed the test, that I have control over my emotions?
100%. And you're just getting better too.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's not multiple personality disorder. That's dynamic persona. And if you've confused yourself, you have 48 hours to produce every communication, or you'll be looked at when this is done as part of a treasonous conspiracy, because there's treason that will be charged, because if you engage in communications, my wife had very privileged, sensitive communications regarding a very important federal operation, and if you engage in any communications, if you heard he's a fake federal agent or anything like that, then you are part of a treasonous conspiracy, which means that when this is done, in your best case scenario, you will be labeled as unofficially the enemy of the state, which means that 3 to 5 human beings in very nice black suits will show up and say that you have about 90 days to relocate to a country that is not named the United States of America. Does that sound good to you, Jamie? If you're the inner circle and you do not provide all communications for the last 5 years, text, email, and everything, or at least email Jamie, you will lose your parental rights. 100% your children will be taken away from you until you are found guilty of a conspiracy to endanger the welfare of minors, at which point your children will become property of the state. Unless you have a custodial figure, but you will not be around them at all for a very long time, especially until my children are recovered from the trauma that you and my wife caused my children over this. I am not playing games. Have anything that I've just said been not true?
Everything's true. You're very serious.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you have 48 hours. This is official notice of federal authority being put over as a blanket around this entire ridiculous fucking world. This had never happened to anyone, let alone the fact that it happened to the worst human being you could do this to. Dan Reese is out.